boy, do I have a fun one for you guys today, playing my weekly reserved 5, 10, 25 game at Seminole Casino Coconut Creek. First hand I raise Queen Jack offsuit. I get 3 callers, 4 ways to Jack, Jack, 9. I bet out 125 and only the button mix to call. Turns a 6, I continue for $200, and he calls again. Think he could have a 9, maybe possibly a jack or some straight draws. River card gives me a full boat. It's a queen. I decided to get a little tricky and trappy and check over to him, thinking that maybe he'll turn some hands into bluffs. It's possible he could have hit a straight with this card, and it's also possible he could have a hand like pocket 9s, or maybe even a hand like king jack or ace jack, and I can check raise. I do check over to him, and he fires out $600. And now the action's back over on me. Now, this is like 3 hands into the session. I don't think there's really any other sizing other than all in, just hoping he has a worse full house, a jack, or a straight. So I shove all of my chips in the middle, $2,400. He looks over at it, looks back down at his chips, and eventually flicks in the call. I show queen jack. Of course, we are good here. And the sick part is he shows pocket 6s for a turn boat. That's right, first hand here, it is full house versus full house, winning over a $6,000 pot. I'm not really too big of a drinker, and after playing this game and running this game after 6 months, this game is not considered a drinking poker game. Some private games, some home games are very alcohol heavy, meaning that everyone's drinking beer, shots, wine, and at these games, people have a drink or two. However, today in this game, a player wanted to have a drink, and I said, sure, I'll have a drink with you, so he ordered us both martinis. After finishing those, about 10 minutes after, he buys another round of martinis and then proceeds to get 8 shots for the entire table, and after 3 drinks in 30 minutes, yeah, things are about to turn up quickly.
Cheers, guys. Salud. Enjoy. Enjoy. Good luck, guys. Happy holidays. You want to punch me in the face?
After 3 drinks quickly, it's perfect timing for some table-side dinner. Getting Italian delivered to the table tonight. Got some blackened chicken Alfredo. I was up $3,000, but unfortunately lost half of my profit in a somewhat cooler bomb pot situation. Second nut flush versus nut flush, losing $1,500 in this hand, and then another round of shots. Shots. Bring it in.
Where's my shot? Let's all click. Let's all hit. Cheers. Are you taking the video? Get in there. This is my kind of game. You having it? You're the alcoholic. The recovering one. I just worked 20 years of freaking...
All right. Feeling warm, feeling cozy here after a few drinks early on. There's a raise to 100. There's 2 calls. I re-raise pocket 10s out of the straddle to $500 to go. Only the initial raiser from under the gun makes the snap call. Doesn't really even think about it, so I don't think he has a super premium hand like jacks or ace king. Probably has some sort of Broadway cards, maybe an ace, maybe a smaller pocket pair. So when the flop comes down king 3-2 rainbow, I feel pretty safe with this board. I bet out $300 and he makes the call. Turn cards at 2, I now check over to him. He checks back, and the final card gives me a set. This card does bring in a backdoor flush, but I'm not too concerned about that. Obviously going to bet here. I make it $700, and he snap folds. 3 chocolate martinis and 2 green tea shots in, and I'm ready to play some poker. Queen Jack suited, I raise to 75. A player in the big blind re-raises me to 275, and I call. A jack high board, he checks over to me. I put out a $400 bet, and he now raises me to $1,000. And I decide my hand's too good, never going to be folding here, so I just quickly jam all in, and he gives me the 1K and snap folds.
Oh, okay. No.
Don't mess with the martinis.
No, the martinis is a strong army today.
Yeah.
We can't fold, and we win all ins.
Range is pre-flop slightly increasing here. There's a raise to 75, a re-raise to 275. 10-8 of clubs on the button. I decide to cold call this re-raise. Probably not the best play, but I am around $8,000 effective and in position with a nice suited hand. I end up going 3 ways to a 6-7-8 board, giving me top pair, and it is a bet from the initial raiser of $300. Not too happy with this situation, knowing he most always has an overpair here once he's c-betting into 2 people on this board, but I got a lot of equity, so I just make the call. Turn card's a 6, a terrible card. It's going to counterfeit my 2 pairs. So when he checks, I check back. And final card, 9, giving me a straight. He checks to me again, which I feel like is a great sign. Shouldn't have pocket 10s, should not have a full house. Probably has something like aces, queens, or pocket kings. So I bet out big here, $1,100. And while he's tanking, I am already counting my chips. And when he puts in the call, I think I am $1,000 richer until he shows pocket 10s for a chop.
Like, how lucky you are. How lucky you are.
You're not going to get any more money in less than
I know, but and I'm calling everything. I just, why does it? I didn't need the 9. I didn't need 9.
Get him another drink. Get him another drink. Get him another
I'll
drink.
cheer to that. We don't fold. We always hit. We don't fold.
Oh my
shit.
god, oh my god.
That hit your phone, by the way.
I know. It's better my phone than you. A little overdosed on chocolate here, so I switch over to a Cosmopolitan. First time having one of these. Wanted to keep with the martini theme, and not a huge fan, but honestly, at this point, it all just kind of tastes like water. There's a race of 75. I re-raise King-Queen offsuit to $225. There's a call from the button, and there's a call from the small blind, and we're going 3 ways to a King-Queen high flop. Top 2 pair for me. The small blind player is a pretty short stack player. Only has maybe like $300 or $400. He looks at the board, looks over at me, looks over at the button, and then places all of his chips in the middle for an all-in bet of around $400, and I make the call. Twice. 2 times or once? Once or twice? 2 times, please.
Oh. It's Alex.
How many pairs you got?
That's Alex too.
What's that?
Just the king.
I thought you were going to cheer up a king queen.
Should have been all in. Somewhat of a smaller swingy day, up early on with that boat over boat hand, but then I had lost probably 2 or 3 big bomb pots throughout this session. I don't normally film the bomb pots just because there's so many people, so many cards that it just becomes too overwhelming and confusing, but I ended up getting scooped in 2 or 3 bomb pots, which leaves me about even on the night.
Don't drop in the chair. Just don't spill.
Cheers!
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yo, they do it right here, though.
That is good.
A very interesting hand coming up here where there's a blind raise to 50. Pocket queens for me, I raise to 150 in the cutoff. Button makes the call, and then the big blind re-raises me to $550. How many pumpkins you got? How many pumpkins do you have? 6? Wow. That's a lot of fucking pumpkins. Jesus Christ.
Call 550.
Is that right? Wait.
In the water.
5?
That's landing water. I think you put in 1,050.
Shouldn't
Oh,
be,
you put in
shouldn't be 4?
She bet 550. Put 1,050.
Right.
550 and 500.
All right, a little bit what was going on through my head in this hand. I open here to 150 a call, and then a player who really hasn't gotten out of line the entire night, hasn't put in too many raises or re-raises, hasn't put any big bluffs, re-raises me pretty big to $550. Now remember, we had been playing 5, 10, 25, but in this hand there was a blind raise to 50 under the gun, doubling the stakes. Now, not too many players are putting big re-raises out of position, $8,000 deep, with trash or bluffing holdings. So honestly, I felt like it was very possible she could have a hand like ace-king, pocket kings, or pocket aces. So I didn't actually feel like putting in a 4-bet here, given the fact that I was in position, considering that if I 4-bet and she jammed for 8K, I would just be in a super tough spot. And also, I was very deep stacked with the button player who had been going drink for drink with me the entire night, and I don't mind playing pots with him either, hence my reasoning for just calling this 3-bet pre-flop with pocket queens. 3 ways over 15 plus $100 in the middle to king, king, 2 clubs. Initial raiser checks over to me. Could she be trapping? Could she be slow playing ace, king, aces, pocket kings? I do feel like my hand wants to bet here but doesn't need a bet too big. I make it $350 to go. Button very quickly folds back over to the initial raiser, who thinks and she puts in the check call for $350. Okay, interesting. She could still have hands like maybe pocket tens, maybe jacks, maybe she's got ace X with the ace of clubs, or possibly she just has aces and she's slightly scared of the king. We'll see what happens here on the 6 of clubs turn card, now giving me a pair and the second nut flush draw. Over here to my opponent, who thinks a little bit, and now the hand gets weird when she leads into me for a huge bet of $1,300. Obviously, the stakes are getting big. We're over $8,000 effective to start the hand. The $50 blind raise, or essentially a straddle, was on, making the game even bigger. There was a raise to $500 and now a bet of $1,300 on the turn. I don't think I can do anything here but call, right? I mean, I can't raise. That sounds suicide. And I can't really fold a hand as strong as this. If she does have ace-king offsuit with no club, I still have some outs to a queen or a club, and it's possible she could be doing this with a hand we're beating, or maybe she's bluffing. I'm not really sure. I make the call for $1,300, and this pot is getting huge. Final card gives me a flush, the 2 of clubs on my opponent, who announces all in for over $6,000.
All in? What the fuck is going on here? Jesus Christ, I got the second nut flush. What the fuck? Wow. This hand's gonna make the vlog. Alright, give me a second. What do you have?
Something I find hilarious watching back this footage is you can hear the bartenders shaking up our next round of shots or martinis or something in the background when I am in the tank here and dropping F-bombs. But wow, this is a 6 spot. I was not expecting this. I was not expecting to hit a flush and have her go all in for over a pot-sized bet. Let's break this one down. Going back to pre-flop, her raising big out of position deep stack. I think she's going to have a strong hand like jacks, queens, kings, aces, ace, king, maybe ace, queen, possibly pocket tens. I just don't think she's going to have many bluffs like jack 10 suited or 9-10 suited or like ace 4 suited. I don't think she's ever going to have pocket 8s, 6s, and 2s, so we can discount all full houses that she could have on this board. There are some hands we're losing to. We're losing to pocket aces with the ace of clubs and ace king with the ace of clubs. Now, she would play those hands exactly the way she played this one. She would re-raise pre-flop with aces and ace king. She might check on the flop for deception or pot control with aces or ace king. She may lead out with the ace of clubs when she turns the nut flush draw, and then she would most likely go all in if she hit the nut flush with the ace of clubs with aces or ace king. But man, I've got the second nuts on this board. I don't think she has a full house. I mean, it is possible she could have flopped quads here with quad kings, but I don't think she would play quad kings like this. I think she would check quad kings on the flop, and then once I bet the flop, she would check call, and she would most likely always check quad kings again on the turn. I just don't think she would ever lead out for $1,300 with quad kings. So we can discount quad kings. We can discount all full houses because she doesn't have 8s, 6s, and 2s. So basically, I've got the second nuts here. I only lose to the ace of clubs, and she can really only have the ace of clubs with 2 hands, aces and ace king. I have no idea what to do. I've got a really strong hand, but is she ever bluffing here? It's over $6,000 into a 5K pot. I want you guys now to pause the video, go down to the comment section below and let me know what you would do here with queens, with the queen of clubs, facing a 6K bet, around 7 or 8 drinks in. Would you call or would you fold?
All right, Kristen, you better show me. Just me.
Fuck. Oh, just you. I'm sorry.
Nice.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had them up.
had the nut flush. Yeah, I mean,
Nice, Sam.
I thought you had a king. That's why I was like,
I had a pair with a club.
I end up talking myself into a fold, and I am glad when I see ace queen with the ace of clubs. I had her basically dead on the flop, just to about 3 outs. Runner flush for me, but a slightly better flush for her. Moving on to the next hand. I raise a beautiful king jack of hearts to $100 and get 4 callers. Over $500 in the middle, 5 ways to queen 2-6 rainbow. All I have here is just some hopes and dreams for maybe hitting a backdoor. Now Kristen from the last hand with ace of clubs, queen of spades, leads into me for $300.
Raise.
I think when she leads out here, she's going to have a medium strength queen X hand that can't really withstand too much pressure. So I'm going to play some power poker here and put in a bluff raise to $1,000.
I should have checked. Why did I check? Because now I have a hard decision. I don't like the hard ones. The easy ones are easy.
Yeah, ace queen with the ace of clubs. That's an easy one.
You do?
What you got? Show me what you got. I'll tell you what to do. All right. Well,
We're chopping.
I could have kings and aces.
Or pocket sixes. Or pocket
Did you
deuces.
raise or did somebody else raise?
He raised.
He raised. Fuck. Okay, that makes a difference.
That's the first time I see it. So what did you offer him? Advice? What did you offer him? You offered her advice, right? So what's your advice?
Yeah, give me some advice.
I
She needs to fold or what?
she's got top pair, top kicker. That's a pretty good hand.
Yeah, but you told her, show me your hand, I'll tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Did I say that?
Exactly. So what's your advice?
I raised pre-flop. You have pretty much top of range. So you should probably go all in. I don't know.
Oh my God.
That sucks. You have me covered. I think I don't have any more buy-ins.
It's okay.
That doesn't make me feel good either.
I don't like that at all. Jesus. Weird how they play it. Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah.
Oh no.
We shouldn't
Oh no. I think
done
you were
that.
sad. You were set a queen.
Right? Yeah.
You're 6-6. One of those.
This is a wild game.
Yeah, right.
Shots.
Shots. Please. I'm only in for 400, right? I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah, you either have to
Good
go all
fold,
or
right?
no
Good
fold.
fold.
Good
Right.
fold.
Yeah, there's no.
Good fold.
There's no
Look. Show your hand. He told you probably have to go all in. You have to go all in.
I gotta call.
No,
I told you to go all in.
I know.
Why didn't you listen to him? Why didn't you ask me what to do? I was gonna tell you go all in. I was gonna tell you go all in.
All right. Well, I didn't listen.
With this
I'm
hand.
Guys,
happy with my decision.
It's the Cosmopolitans.
Yeah.
All right. This game is insane. We're about 7 to 8 drinks in. It's a wild game. Everybody's got $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 in front of them. It's a wild one. Pulling some bluffs, getting unlucky with queens. There's a long night ahead of us. Let's see how it goes.
Cheers.
Yes. Here we go.
It's always good to wash it down with water.
Wine is definitely the best chaser.
Oh yeah, or vagina.
Satellite. There's an 11.
Amber, don't even think about folding, buddy. Don't even think about folding.
On Monday night, there's a satellite.
Give him it.
Can't. I'm flying to Arkansas.
I'm not giving him shit.
I'm going to the Bahamas.
I can't wait to get some of Ember's.
I'm
But
going
not,
to.
I know Amber's money.
I'm
sweet
only
money.
going to Bahamas.
You're sweet money.
Nah, I'm going to Arkansas for 3 days. I'm gonna pick up $1 million.
It's only a
Yeah.
I got it.
Exactly.
But I'm
If you have not followed the action in this hand, I will recap. There's a raise to $75 from middle position. I 3-bet ace 10 of hearts to $250. Big blind cold calls $250, and now initial raiser goes all in for $1,800. And I snap call. Big blind eventually folds his cards, and now we are all in for over a $3,500 pot with ace 10 suited, running this board out 2 times.
Show one card. One card. Oh! Ace.
King Queen is good.
Fucking A, fucking A.
Ace 10. Oh, you win both.
Fuck. Oh my god.
Wow, that fucking
2
10
runouts.
came out of the sky.
This motherfucker.
You're lost.
Sorry.
He goes over with Ace 10.
Damn, Lex.
Sorry.
Start to 2, it'll go dress nice, you know, wear sport coat if you can, you know. But it'll go a lot of good connections too. A lot of high-end, high-wealth individuals. Guys from the country club, but also a lot of our doctors, clients will be there. All my employees will be there. It's a fucking disaster.
150?
This all started because this all started because of you, buddy. Scott, this all started because of you.
I learned it from watching you, Dad. Where did you find these drugs? You, Dad. I learned it from watching you. As a drug commercial back in the 90s.
Wow. What a fucking flop.
This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions? What kind of fucking stupid commercial was that?
I raised King Jack O 3 ways to a Queen 9 high board. Gut shot straight draw, I bet 150. Button min races me to 300. Big blind calls, and I call $300 hoping for a 10.
If you don't put a 10 out there.
Every morning, taking care of myself. It's good, man. It feels good.
Yeah.
No drugs.
You better put a fucking 10. Oh my god! Holy shit. Check.
He's like, you might as well
Shot!
check.
Where are they at? Jesus Christ.
What's going on? I checked that shit.
Give me another 10.
This day was not right. No.
Oh my god. Check.
400.
Uh-oh, that
Yeah,
changes everything.
You really said. I called you. I don't know why I'm thinking.
Yes,
I have a
it's
10.
my call, yes. Take one for the team.
Give it to me!
Ship it.
Oh, I got that shit. Register. It took 2 minutes to register.
I have a straight.
Here's a flush. Here's a flush.
Holy shit.
The face that you made. The face. Like you were just taking a
Shot, please.
I should have documented that. The face. It was like you had to take a shit. Yeah, it was like,
Shot, please.
I just took a shit face.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like somebody did a shit on me.
What a wild, insane session it has been. We started a little past 5 p.m. and now it is nearing 2 a.m. of just constant laughter, hands, big pots, drinks, food, wild, wild action. I'm in this game for $12,000, sitting with over a $15,000 stack. No more notable hands throughout the night after this. We play for about another hour and then call it quits. I end up racking up my chips, heading to the cage, and cashing out for the night. Just can't quite recover like the old days. I remember in college, I'd go out drinking with my friends at the bars, football games, blah, 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 wake up the next morning, go to the gym, go to class. Now I need like 2 to 3 business days to recover after a night out drinking. Come on up. Yeah, hi. Hello. Hello. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure I've ran over 30 games at Seminole Casino Coconut Creek this year, and by far last night was the craziest. No text before, no plans on having a drinking game. We just kind of got there. One of the players got an espresso martini. I was like, I'll have a chocolate martini. Then he got a round of shots for the entire table, and then after that, it was just uphill or downhill, as you could say. More shots, more martinis, more shots, bottles of wine, beer, more shots, just insane. And by the end of the night, everybody was just having fun. Our table was definitely the loudest in the room, that is for sure. I went back to watch some of the footage this morning on my other phone just to see if I could pick up any funny like table talk or any funny hands, because the whole night was kind of a blur. Everything was just kind of going, you know. I was just playing poker, having fun, having some drinks, and went back, and it was crazy how deep stack everybody was. Like, I had 15K, 10K stack, 12K stack, 20K stack, 8K stack, 18K stack. Everybody had a ton of money, all sorts of chips being pushed around the entire table. And for me, I am proud to say I ended up profiting $3,800 on the night, which I feel like is a huge win. Anytime you can have 10 plus drinks and win $3,800 is a plus. By far the wildest game I've ever had there. Everybody looked to have a lot of fun, so I'm hoping everybody had fun, but it was a wild one. Didn't play my best in the bomb pots, but everything else, I feel like I still played okay. Got a couple bluffs through, ran bad with pocket queens, just kind of was throwing some jabs here and there, you know, like no real knockout blows, no real huge pots, just kind of won some small to medium-sized pots, but I'll take a $3,800 win. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. A lot more poker in this one compared to the last one. The next couple videos will be more poker. It won't be me talking to the camera for 10 minutes, so you guys will enjoy that. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see ya.